You know, a huge fight card is being talked about for May 3rd, headlined by Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Marcos Maidana, with the co-feature fight being a mere conversation and Broner. The idea is that Gunn would have to prove himself by beating Broner in order to get a big money fight against Mayweather in September. Now, having Broner Gunn on the undercard of Mayweather vs. Maidana would likely bring another pay-per-view buys. In other words, an eliminator type of fight. It's a win-win for Mayweather either way. See, if Gunn beats the Broner, then Gunn comes out as a much stronger opponent for Mayweather fight in September than he is now with 2 losses in his last 4 fights. Now, if Broner beats Gunn, then we have the Broner facing Mayweather in September. So, it goes without saying that Mayweather is a much better opponent for, Maidana is actually a much better opponent for Mayweather to fight on May 3rd for a number of reasons. Maidana has a better chance of bringing in the Mexican fans on Cinco de Mayo than Gunn does, even though Maidana is from Argentina. Now, he's still someone that stands a better chance of getting fans interested in a Mayweather fight than Gunn does. So Maidana has proven himself with a big victory over Broner, and that's back from last September, and that goes a heck of a long ways towards making him a more solid choice of the Mayweather run than Gunn. Now, nothing has been confirmed yet about this fight. At this stage, it's still being rumored. But this could be the one way that Mayweather will be able to, guarantee that his next fight card May 3rd is a big success. By adding Broner Gunn to the card, it would be like 2, huge pay-per-view fights in one. The only question would be how to make the numbers work, because Gunn and Broner would want the big money to face each other. Now, Golden Boy Promotions will have to, maybe skimp on the rest of the card by putting lesser fighters in order to scratch up the money to pay the Gunn and the Broner. Now, Broner would probably have too much power for Gunn's chin to be able to take his shots for 12 rounds. There's no question that Gunn would have much superior speed and movement compared to the flat-footed Broner, but he's not going to be able to beat Broner on the cheap by going through 12 rounds without getting nailed with some big shots. Now, Gunn doesn't have the kind of power to drop Broner twice the same way Maidana did. No way does Gunn have that kind of power, and if he tried to sit down on the punches the way Maidana does, he'd get caught by one of Broner's left hooks or straight right hands. Now, at the end of the day, Mayweather will be getting a good opponent. And, for the September fight, having Broner and Gunn fight each other will result in Mayweather getting one of these guys. Now, Broner needs to forget about his friendships and agree to fight Mayweather in September, as it might be Broner's only chance to, make a huge payday if he keeps getting beaten. Now, if Maidana beats him again in a rematch, then his career will be pretty much sunk at that point, as Broner needs to take the Mayweather fight in September if he can get past Gunn. And this might be, be about as good as it gets for the Broner.